Lofoten is an archipelago and a traditional district in the county of Nordland, Norway. Lofoten is known for a distinctive scenery with dramatic mountains and peaks, open sea and sheltered bays, beaches and untouched lands. Though lying within the Arctic Circle, the archipelago experiences one of the world's largest elevated temperature anomalies relative to its high latitude. Etymology: Lofoten was originally the old name of the island Vestsegoia. The first element is low and the last element is derived from Norse-fotr, as the shape of the island must have been compared with that of a lynx's foot. History: there is evidence of human settlement extending back at least 11,000 years in Lofoten, and the earliest archaeological sites are only about 5,500 years old. At the transition from the early to late Stone Age, Iron Age agriculture, livestock, and significant human habitation can be traced back to till the 250 BCE. The town of Vågen is the first known town formation in northern Norway. It existed in the early Viking Age, maybe earlier, and was located on the southern coast on eastern Lofoten, near today's village Kabelvåg in Vågen municipality. However, the Lofotr Viking Museum with the reconstructed 83-meter-long longhouse is located near Borg on Vestsegoia, which has many archaeological finds from the Iron Age and Viking Age. The islands have for more than 1,000 years been the center of great cod fisheries, especially in winter, when the cod migrate south from the Barents Sea and gathers in Lofoten to spawn. Bergen in southwestern Norway was for a long time the hub for further exports south to different parts of Europe, particularly slow when trade was controlled by the Hanseatic League. In the lowland areas, particularly Vestsegoia, agriculture plays a significant role, as it has done since the Bronze Age. Lofotr was originally the name of the island of Vestsegoia only. Later it became the name of the chain of islands. The chain of islands with its pointed peaks looks like a lynx foot from the mainland. In Norwegian, it is always a singular. Another name one might come across: Lofotveien, or the Lofoten Wall. The archipelago looks like a closed wall when seen from elevated points around Bodø when arriving from the sea, some 100 kilometers long, and 800 to 1,000 meters high. In 1941, the islands were raided by British commandos during Operation Claim, or in March, and a subsequent diversionary attack to support the Vagsø raid in December. Geography: Lofoten is located at the 68th and 69th parallels north of the Arctic Circle in North Norway. It is well known for its natural beauty within Norway. Lofoten encompasses the municipalities of Vågen, Vestsegoia, Flakstad, Moskines, Værøy and Rost. The principal islands, running from north to south, are southern tip of Hinnøya, southern 60% of Vestsegoia, Gimse, Vestsegoia, Flakstadøya, Moskenesøya. Further to the south are the small and isolated islands of Værøy and Rost. The total land area amounts to 1,227 square kilometers, and the population totals 24,500. Many will argue that Hinnøya, the northern part of Vestsegoia, and several hundred smaller islands, skerries and rocks to the east of Vestsegoia, are also part of the Lofoten complex. Historically, the territorial definition of Lofoten has changed significantly. Between the mainland and the Lofoten archipelago lies the vast, open Vestfjorden, and to the north is Vesterålen. The principal towns in Lofoten are Lekna in Vestsegoia and Svolvær in Vågen. The Lofoten Islands are characterized by the mountains and peaks, sheltered inlets, stretches of seashore and large virgin areas. The highest mountain in Lofoten is Høygravstinden in Vestsegoia. The Moisølen National Park just northeast of Lofoten has mountains reaching 1,262 meters. The famous Moskstraumen system of tidal eddies is located in western Lofoten, and is indeed the root of the term maelstrom. Geology, wildlife. The sea is rich with life, and the world's largest deep-water coral reef, called the Ross Reef, is located west of Ross. Lofoten has a very high density of sea eagles and cormorants, and millions of other seabirds, among them the colorful puffin. Otters are common, and there are moose on the largest islands. There are some woodlands with downy birch and rowan. There are no native conifer forests in Lofoten, but some small areas with private spruce plantations. Sorbus hybrida and Malus sylvestris occur in Lofoten, but not further north. The animals mistaken as the extinct great auk turned out to be some of the 9 king penguins released around Norway's Lofoten Islands in August 1936. There until at least 1944. Large whales had seemingly disappeared from these waters. However, in 2014, Heiko the minke whale swam into a shallow fjord of Lofoten to flee from whaling boats, drew international interests and caused rises in public opinions to question and oppose to domestic whaling industries, as she might be pregnant. Careful monitoring was conducted, and Heiko was immediately beloved by locals to provide chances to witness whales at close ranges that have been a long-lost attraction in the area. Climate. Lofoten features a subpolar oceanic climate under the Köppen climate classification. Winter temperatures in Lofoten are very mild considering its location north of the Arctic Circle. Lofoten has the largest positive temperature anomaly in the world relative to latitude. This is a result of the Gulf Stream and its extensions, the North Atlantic Current and the Norwegian Current. Rost and Værøy are the most northerly locations in the world where average temperatures are above freezing all year. May and June are the driest months, while October has 3 times as much precipitation. The warmest recording in Svolvær is 30.4 degrees Celsius. Strong winds can occur in late autumn and winter. Snow and sleet are not uncommon in winter. The mountains can have substantial amounts of snow, and in some winters, avalanches might come down from steep mountain slopes. 2 of the top 10 deadliest rainstorms ever recorded passed through Lofoten. In Svolvær, the sun is above the horizon continuously from the 25th of May to the 17th of July, and in winter the sun does not rise from the 4th of December to the 7th of January. In Lekna, the sun is above the horizon from the 26th of May to the 17th of July, and in winter the sun does not rise from the 9th of December to the 4th of January. The temperature in the sea has been recorded since 1935. At 1 meter depth in the sea near Skrova, water temperatures varies from a low of 3 degrees Celsius in March to 14 degrees Celsius in August. Some years peaking above 17 degrees Celsius. November is around 7 to 8 degrees Celsius. At a depth of 200 meters, the temperature is near 8 degrees Celsius all year. Sports. Mountaineering and rock climbing. Lofoten offers many rock climbing and mountaineering opportunities. It has 24 hours of daylight in the summer and has alpine-style ridges, summits and glaciers, but at a height of less than 1,200 meters. The main center for rock climbing is Henningsvær. The main areas for mountaineering and climbing are Østsigøya and Moskenesøya. Moskenesøya is the most complete area for climbing. For more information, see the books by Dyer and Webster. Surfing. Unstad is one of its better-known locations for surfing. Cycling. There is a well-marked cycling route that goes from A in the south and continues past Fiskebøl in the north. The route is part public road, part cycle path, with the option to bypass all of the tunnels by either cycle path or boat. Traffic is generally light, although in July there may be a lot of camper vans. Some of the more remote sections are on gravel roads. There is a dedicated cycling ferry which sails between Ballstad and Nussfjord, allowing cyclists to avoid the long, steep Napstrom tunnel. The route hugs the coastline for most of its length, where it is generally flat. As it turns inland through the mountain passes, there are a couple of 300 to 400 meter climbs. The Lofoten Insomnia cycling race takes place every year around midsummer, possible in the midnight sun, but surely in 24-hour daylight, along the whole Lofoten archipelago. Transportation. The European Road E10 connects the larger islands of Lofoten with bridges and undersea tunnels. The E10 road also connects Lofoten to the mainland of Norway through the Lofast road connection, which was officially opened on December 1, 2007. There are several daily bus services between the islands of Lofoten and between Lofoten and the mainland along E10. Lofoten is also served by a number of small airports: Lekna Airport, Svolvær Airport, Rost Airport, which mainly offers flights to Bodo, a heliport at Værøy. Stokmarkne Airport, Skagen, is located in Vesterålen. Harstad Narvik Airport, Evans, has direct flights to Oslo and Trondheim. Bodo is often used as a hub for travel to Lofoten. In addition to air travel, there is a ferry connecting Bodo to Moskines. There is also a ferry connecting Svolvær to Skuvik in Hamarøy, with road connection east to E6. Hurtigruten calls it Stamsund and Svolvær. In popular culture, literature, Edgar Allan Poe's short story, A Descent into the Maelstrom, tells the story of a man who survived his ship being drawn into and swallowed by Moskstraumen. Jules Verne's novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea concludes with the Nautilus fallen into the maelstrom, and Professor Aronnax, Conseil and Ned Land, who had been attempting to escape when the Nautilus began its fall, washed up on an island in the Lofotens. Johan Boyer's novel The Last of the Vikings tells the story of the Lofoten cod fisherman. In Nikos Kavadios's poem, The Pilot Nagel, Nagel's birthplace was the Lofoten Islands. In Angela Green's novel The Color of Water, much of the action takes place in Lofoten and climaxes at the Maelstrom. In Ole Edward Rolverag's novel Giants in the Earth, the Norwegian protagonists settling in Dakota Territory are immigrants from a Lofoten. Films. In the film Maelstrom, Lofoten is where the ashes of Arnstein Carson are distributed. Paintings. The islands of the Lofoten archipelago are well known for their natural beauty. The area offers both rugged landscape and unique lighting. Consequently, the islands have long served as an inspiration for artists. Norwegian painter Gunnar Berg was especially known for his paintings of his native Lofoten. He principally painted memorable scenes of the everyday life of the local fishermen. Other artists whose work has been associated with Lofoten include Adelstein Norman, Otto Sinding, Christian Krogh, Theodore Kittelsen, and Lev Lagorio. Music. In 2004, Nurse with Wound broadcast 24 unexpected radio transmissions from the Lofoten Islands, whose sounds were sourced from the environment and objects found in Lofoten. These recordings are included on the 3 releases entitled Shipwreck Radio. Video games. In the 2015 video game, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, a village is named Lofoten within the Norse Celtic-inspired archipelago. Scullage. Gallery. Photographs. Lofoten in art.